Number one, the very first step is to ask. Ask the very common and the famous questions like what, when, how, and what if. The New Year resolution. So this is the last day of the calendar. You want a resolution for yourself. Worth it? If you ask me, I would say no. I have tried a couple of times and failed miserably. But is it all what we can do? Maybe my approach was not that right enough. Let's find out whether we need a resolution this year or not. What is a new year basically? A year going to be called the 2021, counted to keep track on the time that you have elapsed on this planet. Ask an accountant of any shop, he has to give in the summary of the profit and the loss every single day to the owner. Now here, after you pass your school, you have only you. You are the boss, the accountant, the CEO, and also the employee of the organization named you. In my opinion, everyone has to take a good measurement of their progress every single night. In the morning, he has to play the CEO of the company. He or she should plan the day, how he going to take a good use of the time and the opportunity to the fullest. Next, he should be the employee of his own company and working for himself. Some of you might wonder how one can work for himself when he or she is working in some office. That is also nothing but working for himself only, to make a better employee than yesterday, to make a better person than yesterday, a better candidate from the previous day, and so on. There are lots of things that could be improved in one day. At night, when he prepares himself to go to the bed, he has to be the accountant of the company and take a measurement of how much he has achieved the whole day. What has went wrong, what could have been done in exchange of what has already happened. But rarely we do this every night, not even once in a week or a month. Think of the situation. You don't know the progress report of any company which is fully functional for the entire year. What would you think the physical state of that company? If something isn't working and giving bad results for months, you have not even noticed. When you have found out the error, it's already too late to get back in track once again. That is the reason why a New Year resolution is important. It's not that you need to take some high-end unachievable goals this new year and fail miserably. It's all about judging your own performance the whole year. What is your progress? How you have done all the mistakes? What went really wrong, what could have been done in exchange, and then write it down in the proper format. This is the proper New Year resolution for me now. It's like a self-evaluation for the last year to this year, rectifying yourself for a better human being, keeping track on the progress to get a little bit better. There are no end lines. You need to be just a little bit more happy. Do not take someone else's opinion. If the entire year you was happy about yourself, you happy with the work that you have done, the progress that you have made, then keep doing that. Now coming straight to the point of the New Year resolution. Till December, you were living a very peaceful life. You drank on the 31st night with your friends. But suddenly, from 1st January, you started hitting the gym. You tried new vegetables for the very first time. You opened that new book which you have brought the 6 months ago, and all the other act which you never loved. What would you expect to happen? When something we do forcefully, it kills our ease. Murdering ease will cost you pain. Could be mental or physical, which will look like from 1st January, you started walking on your hands. Is it sustainable? For the first couple of days, it will work somehow, but then 6 weeks later, almost 92% comes back to their original life. So what can we necessarily do to keep on following our goals? Follow those 8%. That is a very simple rule. Let's see how can you build a resolution for yourself this new year. Number one, the very first step is to ask the very common and the famous questions like what, when, how, and what if. Number one, what went really wrong last year? How can I make a little bit better this year? When I should take the action? Number four, what if I would have taken this path or plan B? Now write down all the 4 questions and the answer with 100% clarity. We need clarity of the answers. Next, take the Warren Buffett method. Write all the 20 things that you really want to fix this year in your life. Take only first 3 and plan to work this out. This should not be the common goals like an exam to pass, a job to get, some money to make this year, but it should be more purposeful, like feeling more calm from inside. Inhale peace, exhale anxiety, working on your dream, doing more what you love to do, and definitely a better mental and physical health. Number 3, take challenging but achievable goals. Don't go too low or very high. The very common mistake often people make is to go under the expectation or over the estimation. For easy goals, you will end up achieving by the end of few months, which is not good. Again, the unattainable goals would cause a denial to take the very first step. It's even rarely sustainable. So keep it in your mind, the easy and sustainable but challenging goals are the best. Next, be specific. I mean very specific. Like for example, if you want to write a book this year, be truly specific, be precise about which are the genre, which are the subjects, the language. Does this book will be fiction or the self-help? What would be the page count? What are the software that are going to be used? The list of websites that are going to help you along the way, the tools who will proofread your draft, exactly when you will end up your writing part, who will publish it, how you going to publish it, how you can market it, and then so on. There are many questions that you need to ask about this book writing to yourself. And then next is the domino effect. Inside the book, the one thing concept called the domino effect. This means a domino can drop another domino which is 50% larger. If you start with a 2-inch domino, the 23rd domino can collapse the Eiffel Tower. 57th can reach the moon. The point is, the bigger goal is rarely anyone has ever achieved. If Jeff has to build a company like Amazon from the place where he has started, he would have failed miserably. So deconstruct the bigger goal in small segment. Like if you want to read a book this month which has 300 pages and 9 chapters, decide to read 1 chapter in 3 days or 10 pages a day. This is not difficult at all, but keep in mind there will be days when you will fail, but don't worry, this happens with everyone. Things will definitely not going to follow your vision, so change the strategy along the way. Life is most unpredictable journey. You have to admit it's wild ups and downs and external factors like corona. Stick with your goals. You will see results sooner or later.